just wanted to feel good. It had been so long since I felt good.
Will Smith is manning up, and it's about time.
I was trying to outdo Tom Cruise in terms of promotion.
He's so competitive.
Tom is unbeatable. Right?
He's the highest level of
Tom,
a close talker too. Tom
because he'll make sure he just wants you to understand what he said.
In a shocking turn of events, Jada Pinkett is moving from person to person without him in mind, and he's finally sick of it. Now she's got eyes on another A-list celebrity, and you won't even guess who it is.
I was so pissed that I had to have a wedding. I went crying down the freaking aisle.
I'll get married.
After announcing her split from her husband of 7 years in her candid memoir, Worthy, Jada is ready to move on with a new romance. And she's set on none other than Tom Cruise, the hottest actor in Hollywood. Could this be the start of a new power couple? This isn't out of the blue, since Jada and Tom have been in the same circle for decades. Jada has always raved about Tom being a true genius, as well as one of the finest looking men she ever laid eyes on. An insider revealed to the National Enquirer, they have a really strong bond, but the timing's never been right for romance. What's sad is that if this is true, Will is losing his wife and his friend. We all knew it was all going downhill after Jada Pinkett Smith revealed she has been separated from Will Smith for years, but we didn't expect them to crash this fast.
There are so many surprising things in the book, but the thing that surprised me the most, that I actually had to reread it because I said, is this true?
Right.
Was that in 2016, you and Will decided that you were going to live completely separate lives.
Yes.
It was not a divorce on paper,
right,
but it was a divorce. So from the year 2016, which is 7 years ago now,
yes,
y'all have been apart.
In a candid interview, Jada opened up about her long separation from the acclaimed actor who she married in 1997. She said they had been living apart for 7 years, but hinted at a possible reconciliation. People close to the couple said they were working on their relationship. In reality, it seems like Will got blindsided by his loving wife. Jada has also been speaking out on various podcasts and TV appearances about this split, but an insider revealed that she didn't have Will's permission to air their dirty laundry out in public. Now he's left feeling more emasculated than ever. The unnamed source also added that Will knows he needs to be strategic as there's $400 million on the line. But he's hurt and angry, and this is the final straw. The ship has sailed between him and Jada, and everyone knows it. He probably still loves her, but what she did is too much. This isn't the first time Jada humiliated Will, too. After Will attacked comedian Chris Rock on stage at the 2022 ceremony, Will is reported to feel humiliated and betrayed. Who wouldn't feel that way? He defended his wife from a mean comment, yet she felt embarrassed for what he's done.
Oh, wow. Wow. Will Smith just smacked the shit out of me.
On top of that, Will got banned from attending the Oscars and other Academy events for the next 10 years after he got up on the stage and slapped host Chris for making a joke about Jada. Actually, she also admitted once that Will's Oscar slap was the pivotal moment she decided to stay with him.
I knew it was going to be an intense reaction. And that was the moment that I decided that I was going to stay by Will's side. It's funny how intense situations can amplify love.
The statements she releases are confusing most of the time, but one thing's for sure. A lot of people feel bad for Will. Having all of these happen to him, it looks like Will is finally filing for divorce from his estranged wife. You think all the humiliation would stop there, but now she's planning to date Will's friend. There are already reports that Jada is manifesting her relationship with Tom Cruise. The Red Table Talk show host thinks the Top Gun star would be a perfect partner for her after she gets divorced from Smith. It appears that Jada and Tom have a really strong bond, as the two have been good friends since they starred in action movie Collateral. It's just that the timing hasn't been good with the duo, and they've always been paired with other people. So what's the real score between the two, you ask? Is she only doing this to mess with Will's head, or is she serious about dating Tom Cruise? It seems like the love bug has bitten one of the most famous celebrities in the world, and Jada's one of them. This is also so timely because Tom is looking for a new leading lady as well. They already share the same interests. Apart from understanding how to live under the spotlight, they're both into driving fast cars and motorcycles and skydiving. If Tom has a type, it needs to be someone who is emotionally invested in Scientology. And Jada totally fits the bill. Even though she isn't part of the religion, she does use the church's basic study manual for homeschooling her kids, Jaden and Willow.
You get trained on how to do this. You
Right.
first deal with it with a laugh, like it's boring. And the second thing is to discredit
Right.
the facts. That's why I said, then Jada's a Scientologist, because there's no reason for Jada to be doing that other than fair gaming.
In her candid memoir, Worthy, Jada shares her life story from growing up in Baltimore to becoming a Hollywood star and beyond. She also spills some tea on the Mission Impossible actor and his passion for dirt bikes. Early in our friendship, Tom and I found out we shared a love of motorcycles, and I was super excited when we made a plan to ride on his dirt bike track, the actress writes. Enjoying the ride, I had no qualms about trying to jump off a small ramp, only to feel the thrill of catching air. The problem was that after going up, the bike and I descended rapidly to the ground, and I couldn't manage to land the bike. Apparently, Tom rushed to her side to make sure she was okay. She continues, finding the courage is easier when someone has confidence in you. Like Tom with me getting back on the bike. She opens up about how the Top Gun star became her friend back then, and how his support helped her face his track again.
Have you played hide and seek at Tom Cruise's house before?
This is when
awesome.
This is when our kids were really small.
Okay.
And Tom loved games. That was the whole point of Tom was just fun like that.
Yeah.
So I know she kind of made it seem kind of weird.
Right.
But it really wasn't. It was just a bunch of us goofing off with our kids.
Why didn't we realize she had a soft spot for him sooner? Rereading this passage, it looks like she's been into him for a long time now. During Collateral, she admits that Cruise could see past her facade of being always in control. He sensed when she felt insecure or unworthy, even without her saying it. She recalls how he would encourage her before they faced the media or the fans. Tom would look into her eyes and say, look me right in the eye and say, never forget how smart and talented you are. Now go out there and make somebody smile because you shook their hand on the red carpet today. That's a pretty intimate conversation between friends right there, if you ask us. Obviously, they couldn't be together. Of course, let's not forget Will in the picture. He actually talked about how good of a person Tom is during a recent interview with Kevin Hart.
You just gotta, and then you try to laugh and cross your arms.
Back up. He'll come right back.
He'll come right back in there.
He's fucking aggressive.
Yeah.
That's the aggressive competitive nature. I'm glad that you see that too.
Yeah.
I'm glad you see that too. All love, Tom. This is something that nobody else will tell you. We're telling you, it gets close.
It gets close.
But it's a good
close. It's a good thing.
A lot of people are defending him online, whether they're his fans or not. One person jokes, everybody is dating Jada Pinkett Smith except for Will Smith. Or narcissists do not date, let alone marry each other. Another speculated, the truth is, I believe Jada is jealous of Will Smith. A lot of married couples are very jealous of each other. I think she's jealous of how big of a star he became, how much everyone loves him, the money, and she's hurt by his affairs. She gave up her career. There are still some people who think that Jada and Tom might be perfect for each other. He's had his fair share of drama too. Tom and Nicole Kidman split in a bitter 2001 divorce, and it's been widely reported that it's because of Nicole's refusal to become a devoted member of his church. Then Tom and Katie Holmes married in 2006 and later divorced in 2012. Everyone's saying it's because of his beliefs, and there's no proof countering that idea. Did you know Tom practically ghosted Will Smith? Yes, the same Will Smith who is Jada's husband and one of Tom's good friends. Apparently, Tom and Will used to hang out a lot, especially when they were both filming in New York. They even attended each other's movie premieres and praised each other's work. Tom had been doing some uncredited work on Will's I Am Legend, but then Tom stopped contacting Will.
Passionate and serious, Will comes to the defense of his close friend Tom Cruise, whom some have criticized for his passionate stand on Scientology.
And it seems like it makes you angry that people have attacked him because of what he believes.
When I sit and I talk with Tom Cruise, he is one of the greatest spirits that I've ever met.
A source close to both actors revealed that Will and Tom shared a special bond, and seeing him with Jada would be a nightmare come true for the controversial actor.
He said that you gave him at least 15, 20 pages. You're really close, aren't you?
Yeah, he's an extraordinary guy.
Ever think about working together?
It takes a whole lot of movie
to contain the two of us.
He will take it personally because he'll feel that he's losing a friend in Tom, an insider claimed. It will mess with his head for sure, but Jada never seems to care about that. Tom Cruise has a reputation for being selective about his friends in Hollywood, but he is loyal to those he bonds with. However, that loyalty doesn't seem to extend to Will Smith, who used to be one of Tom's closest pals. Sources say that Smith has been reaching out to Cruise repeatedly, hoping to work with him on a new project that could boost his flagging career. But Cruise has been giving Smith the cold shoulder, ignoring his calls and texts. Some people think Tom avoids Will for two reasons. One, he's very choosy about his friends and likes to keep a low profile in the UK. Two, he's worried that hanging out with him might hurt his image, especially after all the Oscars drama. Will might be desperate to work with Tom, hoping that a joint project could revive his fading career. He's even ready to fly to London to pitch him some ideas. But Tom is not interested in teaming up with him, who has been involved in some scandals lately. Associating with Will could damage his own reputation, which he has carefully cultivated over the years. Sadly, the nightmare never ends for Will Smith. Only a few people can endure what he's been through. Now, we wonder what really happened between Tom, Will, and Jada, and we're also excited to watch the entire situation unfold in the next few days. But that's all for now. Thank you so much for watching.